Spring and Fall by Gerard Manley Hopkins. To a young child, 1809 to 1889, although this was first published in 1918. Margaret, are you grieving over Goldengrove unleaving? Leaves like the things of man, you with your fresh thoughts care for, can you? Ah, as the heart grows older, it will come to such sights colder. By and by, nor spare a sigh, though worlds of wanwood leafmeal lie, and yet you will weep and know why. Now, no matter, child, the name, sorrow's springs are the same. Nor mouth had, no, nor mind expressed what heart heard of, ghosts guessed. It is the blight man was born for. It is Margaret you mourn for. Okay, this is a poem by Gerard Manley Hopkins. Let's see, he was a British poet. He was a Jesuit priest. Let's see, most of his poems are about the more difficult things in life. And this one is about death. His verse is very innovative. It's interesting. His work was not well regarded when he was alive, but nowadays it has much more interest. So what's this poem about? Okay, this poem is about a girl Margaret, who is sad because the autumn leaves are falling. And it's as if these leaves are dying friends. And an adult says to her, this isn't the last time you're going to cry about things changing and things dying, because this loss, this death is part of being human. This is something that happens to us all, and this is not the last time you're going to grieve over death. So, here we go. Margaret, are you grieving over Goldengrove unleaving? So, unleaving, to lose its leaves. It's losing its leaves. The leaves are falling. So, Margaret, are you sad over Goldengrove? Well, a grove is an area of trees, or a small group of trees. So, Margaret, are you upset that that Goldengrove, that this group of trees is losing its leaves? So we've got this scene that the autumn leaves are falling, and Margaret, the young child, is really upset because the trees are losing their leaves. Leaves like the things of man, you with your fresh thoughts care for, can you? So you as a young child care a lot about these leaves. You care for these leaves as much as you care for people, and you care for the worries of people. So for you, these leaves and people, these are like the same thing. As the heart grows older, it will come to such sights colder. So this is suddenly a change, and the speaker is now moving on from Margaret crying about the falling leaves, and she says, and the speaker says, as you grow older, as you get older, it will come to such sights colder by and by. So you will see things without so much emotion. You won't be so sensitive to seeing things like this. You will take things like this in your stride. You won't care for it so much, and you won't spare a sigh. You won't be sad. You won't sigh, even once. Even though there is a whole world of rotten leaves. So let's see. The worlds of wanwood leafmeal lie. So leafmeal are the rotting leaves, and the whole world is covered with these these rotting leaves from the trees. So in the future, you won't be upset by even whole worlds of leaves falling, because you will be upset. That clearly the idea is you will be upset by sadder things, and yet you will weep and know why. However, you will cry, and this time you will know why you are crying, because at the moment you're crying for these falling leaves, which you don't really know where you're crying. Now, no matter, child, the name, so it doesn't matter why you're crying, you will still cry. Sorrow's springs are the same. So the spring, the source of sorrow, is the same. Sorrow for all humans comes from the same place. Nor mouth had, no, nor mind expressed what heart heard of, ghost guessed. So you nobody could ever say or think or guess the reason for it, but in fact it's very clear. So the mouth does not express, people don't say, and the mind doesn't think about. And even though the heart might have heard of this, or the soul might guess or intuit this, that it is the blight man was born for. It is Margaret you mourn for. So this bit is saying you might not have guessed it, you might not have realized it, but the reason you're crying is the curse of every man. The fact that you are grieving for yourself, that we are all grieving for our own mortality. And when we see other things die, it's almost like we're seeing a part of ourselves dying. And death is part of life. This is something that is inevitable, and is something that we all grieve for, we all feel sad about. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. Spring and Fall by Gerard Manley Hopkins.